So, balikan natin yung naiwan natin. So, how do we explain this in terms ng sa line spectra? So, we can explain it in terms of the hydrogen line spectra as this. Yung different energy level niya from here. So, there are 4 series, but this is the only one that you could see in the visible region. Okay. Now, you can relate here yung color. So, this one, ano masasabi mo sa red? The highest energy or the lowest energy among the Balmer series? As compared with the blue. So, yung red, ano yung red? Yan yung lowest energy. And, I don't know if you see it, you might ask, bakit po siya yung low? Because the transition that you have is from here going here. So, ito lang yung equivalent energy niya. Compare it to the one coming from here, going here. Make sense? Now, yung in between, as you could see, it's less than doon sa energy ng pinaka-highest tsaka yung pinaka-lowest. So, yan yung makikita mong line spectra. And you can deduce the calculation here as just the energy related to the photon. Photon is the light. So, it just equals to this. Pag pinalitan mo yun, yung RH or Rydberg constants times 1 over n squared final and then n squared initial, yung principal quantum number. Yung hirap dito sa bahay ko, nasa 3rd Avenue kami eh. So if you're going to look at this, ito yung initial state mo or initial principal quantum number, ito yung final quantum number mo. And if you're going to get the difference of that, what we call pertains to a certain energy. So this is the n equals 3 going to n equals 2. So as you could see there, from a higher energy level to a lower energy level. So that's emission of energy. Pag n equals 2 to n equals 3, you need energy para siya tumaas. Right? From the ground state to the excited state. Anong kailangan nyo para kayo maging excited? Anyone? Para kayo mapunta doon, I'm so excited. And I just can't hide it. Okay? And once you got excited, hindi yun forever, di ba? Babalik at babalik ka sa reality. And when we say you go back to your reality, you are grounded. Okay? You get back to the ground. Ano bang chismis status ngayon? Naghiwalay na si Chit tsaka si Heart? Cheese tsaka si Heart? So Heart got back to reality? So ganun yung explanation dito why you observe this different energy. And Bohr is the one responsible for this. At yun yung success ng model niya to explain the line spectrum. So yung Lyman nasa UV, yung Balmer, okay, visible and ultraviolet. So if you're going to look at this, this is in the ultraviolet. And you can see this is what we call. Why do you think this is the UV? Anyone? Paano malalaman na ito ay nasa longer wavelength at ito ay sa shorter wavelength? If I show you a picture like this, and A, B, C, D, which of the series is in the longer wavelength? Or which one is in the what we call shortest wavelength? Ano yung magiging basis mo? The energy. The highest energy is here because of the difference that you have here. So that means that is the one in the shortest wavelength. This one is low energy, so that's the one in the longer wavelength. Okay? Now you can have a problem like this. I don't usually emphasize this one, but the question that I will ask you here, what's the value of N here and what's the value of N here? It's just placing the 5 and the 3. So anong mangyayari dito? 5, 3 or 3, 5? Ano yung initial? Ano yung final?
5, 3.
Okay, so one is 5 here and the other one is 3. And if you get the square root of that, 1 over 25 minus 1 over 9. So makikita mo dito yung energy. But the one that's being asked is the wavelength. So once you get the energy, punta ka doon sa relationship na E equals to HB na dinerive mo using B equals to C over wavelength. So you have that thing. So ano mangyayari? I-isolate mo to, i-replace mo yan doon, tapos ito mapunta doon. So you have like this. And you're able to solve the problem. So the wavelength is just equals to 1280 nanometer. Question. Tanong. Or dito sa mga Espanyol ka estudyante. Pregunta. O prima dos. Ano, gutom na kayo?
Excuse me po.
Yeah.
Question mo po, saan po uli galing yung delta E po?
Delta E, yun lang yung difference nung initial at final. Yan yung energy na maano mo kapag ano ba to? Emit ng energy. So yung amount ng energy na na-emit from N equals to 5 to N equals to 3. Energy
Tapos po
level.
yung ano po, R sub H po.
It's a
Saan?
constant.
Thank you po.
Rybert constant yan. Initially, sabi ko nga, yung ginawa ni Bohr dito is a derivative of the Planck constant. Planck constant, Max Planck is well renowned in Germany for his contribution. All research institute there are named after him. Max Planck Institute of kung ano man yung field ng science. So tanong, kasi dito ko tatapusin yung lecture natin. Next time, we're going to continue on this. Okay? Kung paano naman ginawa ni de Broglie. So kung ang light ay may dual nature, yung matter pwede rin may dual nature. So lahat ba kayo ay nasa group chat? Lahat nasa group chat na? Lahat meron ng canvas? Kasi may quiz kayo. Yung yung photoelectric effect, ang ano lang diyan mag-i-eject lang yung electron sa metal surface pag enough yung energy mo. Yes, merong nagtatanong.
Sir, yung group chat po ba, ano ang platform?
Alin? Alin?
Yung group chat po, on
Ano?
what platform?
Sa Facebook.
Hindi po po ata ako na-add.
So, lalabas ka na yung Facebook ko. So you have to find, teka lang teka. Narinig niyo ba? Hindi.
Wala po, sir, sound
Ayun.
po.
Kaya pala magsabi
Hindi
kayo.
po.
Ulitin natin. Yung nakalimutan ko i-optimize eh.
บนเขามีบ่อน้ำศักดิ์สิทธิ์ตำนานเล่าว่า ผู้ใดแบกน้ำขึ้นไปเติมให้เต็ม เทพเจ้าจะปรากฏมามอบพรวิเศษ อยู่ไหนอะเทพเจ้าอะ
I think ito yung message na gusto ko ano sa inyo yung nakasulat yan. So kung hindi kayo makakuha ng 3 out of 3 ngayon, don't be discouraged. Baka sabihin niyo, hindi na ako makakauno. Okay? So as you can see in the ad, sometimes you're going to have some setback at the beginning, but that doesn't mean that's the end of the world. Question? So the main goal is, yun yung sabi ko sa inyo, you don't aim for the grade. You aim that you're going to learn. Okay? Ano yung aim ng babae? Pumayat. Pero anong sinabi sa kanya? I-fill up mo yung well. Okay? So kung ang aim mo magka-A, okay, which is like pumayat ka, what you need to do is, huwag mo isipin papayat ka. What you need to do is fill up the well. And all of the sudden, yung grade na A na pumayat, susunod yun. I always have that philosophy. Don't aim for the grade. At mumurahin nyo lang ako by the end of the semester pag nag-aim kayo ng grade at hindi nyo nakuha. So aim that you're going to learn something and the grade will come better. So, tanong.
Wala po.
So, do you see the quiz now? Teka, tingnan ko nga. Hindi ko pa ata na-open eh. Hindi pa nga. Publish. Do you see the quiz now?
Yung diagnostic po, sir.
Hindi, yung C18 quiz
Yes po,
9822.
sir.
Yes po.
Visible na po, sir.
Kaya titignan ko muna kung ano yung deadline. Baka, ayun, sinet ko 1:30. But you can, what we call, the questions are so easy. No? Dahan-dahan tayo. Pag piniperfect niyo yung mga easy, saka natin pahihirapan. So, question. So, as a reminder, paki-submit yung correct requisites sa Chem 18. At I was informed that if you're taking Chem 18, dapat kumukuha din kayo ng 18.1. Kasi kung hindi, i-email nyo ako. Hindi ko alam kung magbibigay pa sila ng slot sa 18.1. So I think it's going to be a problem pag wala kayong 18.1. So you should be taking 18 with me and 18.1 kung sino man yung instructor nyo. Classmate ba kayo sa 18.1? Lahat kayo? O hindi?
Hindi po, sir.
Hindi. So yun yung ano sa akin yung billing. Now, lahat kayo may canvas? This is the time for you to tell. Kasi once we're done, tutulog na ako. Lahat may canvas? Kung nahihiya kayo, i-private message nyo ako dito. I just want to make sure. Because if you don't have, the next time that you can I can answer to your communication is maybe 7 o'clock or worse, 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening dyan. So tanong, before we call it a week. So you go on the module, before you take the quiz, go over the module. I think may tanong doon na hindi yata na-covered, but it is in the module. Okay, I think the quiz is easy. Halos 3 out of 3 yung nakakuha kanina, but don't expect to have the same question in each one of you. Okay? So, huwag niyo sabihin, sige parts, mauna ka. Mahuli ako. Tapos next quiz, mauna naman ako, mahuli ka. That's not how it's going to work. I might upload it already by tomorrow morning kasi depende kung gaano kabilis yung record eh. So sometimes it tells 30 minutes. So by that time, i-upload. So i-download yun, tapos i-upload pa. So sometimes I fell asleep while waiting for it. Okay? If you want, you can look at the YouTube that's already uploaded. There's a class before you. They have the same material. Okay, it's already uploaded. Okay. So any more questions? So the quiz today and then the diagnostic quiz, although nakasulat doon na graded, I just needed to know the score. Kasi pag sinabi kong practice quiz, hindi ko makikita yung score nyo doon sa diagnostic, but it will not be graded. Okay? May tanong?
Sir,
Yes.
ma-add niyo po ba ako today dun sa GC or I will wait na
Saan ka po wala?
Sa ano po, sa
Canvas?
messenger po.
Sa messenger, kaya lang yun, madali na lang yun.
Sige po. Thank you po.
So any more question before we call it a week? Yeah, Leonardo.
Sir, nag-message po ako sa ano po, sa
sige.
messenger niyo po. Po. Thank you,
Oo.
sir.
So may tanong? Because pag wala ng tanong, i-add ko na yung mga nagpa-add ngayon. I'm not sure. Ang sabi ko nga sa inyo, you go to the yung web page kung saan ko inaano doon, yung kung sino yung may-ari, yung owner noon. Ako, nandun na yung YouTube. Kasi hindi ko sure kung gaano katagal yung B2. Kasi after we're done, magda-download, tapos i-upload. And based on experience, pag yung klase ko 11:30 to 1, sa pag-aantay sa pag-upload, nakakatulog na ako. Walang calculation. Sabi ko nga sa inyo, dahan-dahanin natin to. Pag nakikita kong piniperfect nyo yung quiz, saka natin pahihirapan. Okay?
Sir,
Yes.
last question na.
Yes.
Yung